Hello friends, this is an updated coverage of Snap following its 1Q 2022 results. Given Netflix's very bad share price fall, it pays to take a look into Snap's results carefully. But why should we even bother? Though these two companies are in different types of business, they are fundamentally in the platform business. Building a platform of computer users is what drives the valuation and pricing of such companies like Netflix, Facebook, Snap is still able to draw in higher daily active users given its 1Q 2022 results have shown. Comparing to 4Q 2021 results, Snap's 1Q 2022 daily active users was 332 million. This is 13 million higher than the 319 million of daily active users recorded in 4Q 2021. Much of this growth in DAU for 1Q 2022 comes from the rest of the world as we see growth in DAU in North America and Europe only recording a 3 million increase in 1Q. My sense of the 10 million increase of DAU in 1Q 2022 is likely that it's coming from India. But one worrying development coming from 1Q 2022 result is that the average revenue per user came down from 4.06 USD to 3.2 USD. This is a fall of around 20%. This is seen across most of the regions that Snap operates in, except for the rest of the world, which only see around 15% decline in average revenue per user, whereas for US, Canada, and other North America countries, and for Europe, which saw 20% decline. For the lower fall in average revenue per user in rest of the world segment, this could be mainly due to the lower base that is already being recorded. So how low can it fall with a lower average revenue per user? 1Q 2022 has also swung back into a net loss of 360 million USD as compared to a net income of 23 million USD in 4Q 2021. Logically speaking, for the company to return to profitability, the company either has to grow its DAU by another 20%, assuming the same level of average revenue per user, or they have to regain around 30% growth in average revenue per user and growing another 10% of daily average user base. For the second scenario, it likely means that the company would need at least 2 quarters to swim back to a net income neutral situation. For the first scenario, it would take at least another year, but the tough market environment is likely going to persist into second half of this year given macro uncertainty linked to supply chain disruptions, inflation, and Russia-Ukraine war. Given that Snap will have to continue incurring more operating expenses to support its daily active users expansion and product initiative, the adjusted operating expenses would likely stay around 50% at the minimum as compared to below 45% for the last few quarters. I also noted that stock-based compensations works up to around 30% of the revenue, which this portion is actually adjusted out of adjusted income. Despite adjusting the stock-based compensation out, that can help the company to be cash flow positive in terms of free cash flow. This is an area of P&L item that should not be ignored from our analysis because this would eventually impact on the valuation of the company because it will affect the number of outstanding shares going into future. While the numbers are reasonable given current market environment, one should be careful if one is keen to invest in Snap at a 50 billion USD market cap situation. Why is this the case? Because for Snap right now, at a market valuation of 50 billion USD, this is actually equivalent to a price to sales ratio of around 10 to 12x. This is very high because growth stock price to sales have actually fallen by quite a lot in an increasing interest rate environment. Growth stocks and tech stocks are definitely not sexy right now. My current concern is that if Snap breaks 28 USD on the downside, there's always a possibility for it to hit back below 22 USD. I will stay out of Snap until its pricing is really attractive or when the market optimism is back for growth stocks. Determining an entry based on the assessment of future market conditions is very tough, so I would rather wait for attractive pricing, meaning I won't acquire Snap at the current price of around 28, 29 USD share price. I will appreciate the viewers to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my content. As always, this should not be construed as any investment or trading advice. Thank you.